final for the Women's Championship for Dragon Kingdom Wrestling. Can we have the competitors to the ring, please? She is weak to the core, the Punk Classic, LUCIA Lee!
And here we have our second quarter-final match for the Dragon Kingdom's Women's World Championship Tournament. Introducing the cult classic, LUCIA Lee.
LUCIA Lee, no stranger to championship gold. The current New Wave Women's Champion.
I'm sure she would love to add the Dragon Kingdom's Women's World Championship to her collection, but she does have one thing in the way currently, and we'll get to that momentarily. Come on, Stu, be a man.
LUCIA Lee has just been wronged by referee Stu. He is lucky he did not feel the wrath of the Cult Classic.
And now getting in the face of our host, Zoe Nix.
Zoe Nix and LUCIA Lee involved in the first four-way in company history, all the way back at Origins. So there is history in that ring.
Clearly not forgotten.
Can we have a competitor to the ring, please?
From a return to a debut.
She is the Spanish Dragon, Carla Nemes!
A very exciting young prospect here in the Spanish Dragon, Carla Nemes. Arguably the most unknown member of this competition, looking to make a big impact.
100%. The Spanish Dragon, only debuting 6 months ago, if you can believe it, has made such an impact that she has been invited to compete in her first World Championship tournament. In just 6 months, to be in a picture like this says a lot for the tenacity of it.
And can you imagine, rookie year, 6 months in, qualifying for the semi-finals for a Women's World Championship, an inaugural Women's World Championship, mind you.
To make history in your first year, Duke, would be extraordinary.
Not many people are handed opportunities like that every day.
That's the thing. She was not handed anything. Carla Nemes, the Spanish Dragon, is an A-star student. The star pupil, where she started here in pro wrestling, in all style. Recently branched out. Started taking. Oh, I can't get my words out here, Duke.
You got it, man. You got it. This is only your job. It's fine.
I know. Thank you very much. Thanks for the reminder. Started taking part in seminars up and down the country with some of the best and brightest all across the country in Burning Heart, in New Wave, and beyond. Carla Nemes trying to ply her craft at any given opportunity, and this one's a huge one.
Welcome to Dragon Kingdom, says LUCIA Lee, demonstrating the strength advantage that she has, maybe coming from the experience, knowing the position to be in, to drag Carla back to that ring post. Oh, Carla, however, quick learner, returns the favor. Referee Stu getting Carla back, giving LUCIA Lee room to leave the corner.
Headlock applied now from the Cult Classic. Do you feel, Duke, that Carla may have a chip on her shoulder, being the Spanish Dragon, being so influenced by the Dragon from a Romanian heritage as well as a Spanish heritage and Welsh? Maybe walking into Dragon Kingdom, do you think that puts a bit of a shoulder on the Dragon herself?
I think it puts a lot on her to come in with a name of the Dragon into Dragon Kingdom. It sets a precedent. It sets an expectation from these fans that she now has to live up to, and she's done it to herself.
She has put a lot of pressure on herself, but she thrives under that. Overcome a lot in her life so far, has Carla Nemes, and I'm sure a lot more to come.
LUCIA Lee grinding her down. Again, that experience, knowing how to maintain the headlock. An amazing splits by LUCIA Lee. You do not, an unorthodox way, but it forces Carla down. As someone who also likes to drag someone down with a headlock, it forces pressure on, it drags them down, it makes it hard for them to get up.
I don't think I've ever seen someone do the splits while in a headlock. That was quite impressive from Lucia Lee.
That is why she is the cult classic.
You're absolutely right.
Big arm drag. And here comes Carla.
She knows how important a spot
Oh,
in those semi-finals would be.
using those ropes to rebound. And Lucia Lee clutching her left shoulder, may have landed poorly on it. As you can see, taped up, has recently been suffering from an injury to it. Hopefully she is still able to compete. The referee seems to be checking on her now. She seems good to go. Big kick to the gut.
When you keep the heavy schedule that Lucia Lee keeps, being a champion, you will accumulate these injuries, these nags, these little pains. What makes you a champion is your ability to overcome them, to wrestle through them when it is necessary and when, of course, it is healthy to do so.
Yeah, exchanging front face-locks, and I want to put that as a testament to how much value these women put on the Dragon Kingdom's Women's World Championship. Lucia Lee very easily could rest on her laurels. She doesn't necessarily need this, but she is here competing for it because she wants it, because it means that much.
It does indeed. To be the first champion at any company means a lot, but to be the first world champion in a company means that much more.
Throwing Lucia Lee off balance there and then catching her with a crossbody. Interesting offense from the young Carla.
Winner of this match joins quite an elite group of Violet Knight, Rhiannon Jade, and of course, as we saw earlier tonight, Leah Raven.
Using the ropes to her advantage. Again, veteran instincts there from Lucia. Big clothesline. Takes her down.
Quelling the fire of the dragon momentarily.
Both women taking a second to get their breath. Lucia realizing that she has to get on her. She has walked into this match with a target on her shoulder. She needs to take every moment that she can to keep Carla down.
Wrenching the back of Carla Nemes out
Handful of
there.
hair. Referee catches it. Using the full extent of the 5 count there. Letting go at 3 so there wasn't any momentary lapse of judgment. Big stomp.
Lucia Lee carries herself with a level of, some might call it cockiness, others would call it what it is, confidence. She is very confident in her abilities, and she has come a long, long way in the years that I've been following her career.
As you said it perfectly right there, it is confidence, it is earned, it is after long hard works, long hard days, travelling up and down this country, she has earned it. However, she could maybe stand to be pressing the advantage a little bit more here.
A lot of fight left in the Spanish Dragon yet.
Going straight for the eyes. Ref discretion. Referee could disqualify Lucia Lee. She's quite fortunate that Stu wants to see a proper ending to this match. Kicking the leg there. Again, we've just a lot of work to the leg tonight. We've discussed how that can numb a leg, take it away from you for a period of time.
And the thing is, when you haven't got your legs under you, you're in a very dangerous environment. You can't move as quickly as you would like to. You're also far lower, which makes it far easier for your opponent to kick you elsewhere, in the head, in the arms, drop an elbow. They are quite important when you're a pro wrestler, actually, your legs.
Second most important extremity of your body is your leg, close only following your head.
Because, of course, the brain looks that way.
And again, another sharp kick and putting on a tight cravat here. Wrenching that neck.
Putting a lot of pressure on the neck is Lucia Lee.
Wrenching, dragging it through. Big right kick to the back. Screeching like a banshee as she does so. 1, 2.
The sound of the dreaded siren from Lucia Lee and that drop kick. That does a lot of damage. Carla is going to be in a bad way moving forward.
And now using her own arm to strangle live. Both of them catching her in the death lock.
Knee to the back as well. Lucia Lee is loving this.
This applies pressure to you. This is an excellent hold. Applies pressure to your shoulders, your neck, your back. There is no part of your body that is not hurt by this particular stretch. but it does leave you open to be used against you. Big back elbow.
Right under the
Second
jaw.
one. Carla has found her second wind. Oh, dodges.
Neck
Jumping
breaker.
neck breaker.
Into the cover. Strong cover there.
Not enough to put down the cult classic.
Lucia Lee now into the corner.
Gets the boot up. Big forearm.
Muscling her up.
Handful of hair. Referee, come on, get on it.
The hair.
Boot to the
kick.
back.
We've seen a lot of kicks to the spine tonight, Duke.
It's an effective move. Big target, but very important.
What is Lucia Lee thinking here? Got full control of Carla.
Spinning it through.
Oh, so I
Big
thought.
kick to the guts. Boot to the side of the head. This crowd firm behind her. Hand on the rope. Excellent ring position from Lucia Lee. Using the momentum from that kick to position herself where she could make the rope. So she didn't have to kick out. Didn't have to exert that energy.
The experience edge of Lucia Lee coming in handy there.
And a solid trick landing her again on that bottom rope. Again, perfect use of the ring. Big back suplex.
This is 6 years experience versus 6 months. And Lucia Lee proving that experience does indeed help. But it doesn't
Raining
exactly
down
win a
fist.
match for you.
Lucia letting Stu get in her head. Maybe a bit of a hot temper coming on here. She should really be focusing on the competitor. Oh, catching her roll up 1, 2. Carla nearly stole one.
And that's what you get for trying to steal.
Count to 10, count to 15. Carla's done.
Goodbye,
2,
Spanish Dragon.
3.
Lucia Lee advances to the semi-finals.
And your winner, and going on to the semi-final, Lucia Lee.
And that concludes our top 4 for the Dragon Kingdom's Women's World Championship Tournament. We have Violet Knight, we have Rhiannon Jade, we have Leah Raven, and we have the cult classic, Lucia Lee. Only one of them can walk away with the Women's Championship. Kai, if you had to make an early prediction, who would you pick?
Well, after this performance, Lucia Lee is definitely a prime favorite, I would say. But tonight we saw Leah Raven put on an incredible performance in her own right. But you cannot count out the other two. It's very hard to place your bets. All I can bet on is that we are going to see a worthy champion crown here in Dragon Kingdom.
An uncharacteristic show of respect there by Lucia Lee to the young competitor. Maybe Carla proves something to her. Maybe Lucia doesn't need to be as arrogant as she had thought previously.
Duke, let's not take it too far. It was a momentary show of respect. Lucia Lee still thinks she's far bigger and better. And she could prove it by becoming women's world champion.
It's on someone else to prove her wrong. Until then, this is the cult classic Lucia Lee.